Greetings everyone and welcome back to the Vintage Sewing Machine Garage YouTube channel. Today I wanted to continue my quest to get my FOF model number 6 moving. I know it seems like it's taking eons to get this accomplished, but patience is a virtue, and especially when you're trying to wake up machines that have been stuck for decades now. So what you're looking at, of course, is the machine with the top off. The lid is off. Unlike some machines, the lid to the FOF 6 does not have holes in it. So it was designed to be removed, and then you oil it once the lid has been taken off. It's not a problem. In fact, the lid is extremely easy to remove. Now, I've been talking to you all about my slow but steady progress in getting the machine to move. And what I have discovered, first I'll show you where we are. You can see that now, well, you can see it if I zoom in a little bit better. All right. What you're seeing at the moment is the fact that this lever now comes all the way over to the number 5. And the number 5 is the longest stitch length. And if I come this way, I come all the way over to 0. So I now have full movement of the stitch length regulator. And when I turn this lovely plastic knob, if I do that, let's just put the stitch length, we'll put it in the center. If I want to go into reverse, it will let me go into reverse, but how far I can go depends on where I have my stitch length, right? So now it'll let me move a little further because I have it all the way over on 5. And if I want to move the stitch length, I cannot move it very much at all. Now you might think if you have a machine like this and you're trying to get it restored, you might think, oh, you've got a problem. But actually, this is the nature of the machine itself. Watch what happens when I take the reverse lever and I bring it down to where the lever, the handle, if you will, is facing at 6 o'clock. Now I can come all the way over. I have full stitch length control. But what if I want to come over this way? If I come over to the right, then it limits where my stitch length goes. So my default place, my default position for this white knob is, again, to have the lever part of this knob facing down, perpendicular to the bed of the machine at 6 o'clock. And now, of course, I have full movement of my stitch length regulator. When you are trying to understand whether you have fixed something or whether you've got, ways to go yet, before you do this, you really want to be sure that you understand how the device is supposed to move. Because if you don't, you might think that it's still not working properly when it has more to do with how it is set. Remember, analog devices require either a manual or someone who has learned the machine. I don't have the manual, and so I'm doing this, fly by wire. And so because of my past experience with other machines and designs, even though I've not worked on this model, it occurred to me, I thought, well, wait a minute. If I have full, lovely, easy movement, consistently, well, then it must be freed up, and it is. But of course, if I change another setting, like on the reverse knob, that is going to limit where the stitch length can move. And so you want to make sure you know which is the difference, right? Is it the machine or is it you, or in this case, me? So I had to kind of figure that one out, and thankfully I did. I surprised myself sometimes. And so that is, thankfully, I have movement here on this stitch length regulator. Put a lot of effort into that, but we're not done. So stay tuned for the next video where I will talk about why the machine's still not ready. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you in the next installment.